Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rags to Riches Challenge. This is episode 18. My first time being back in the game after a little bit of a Christmas break there. Hope everybody had some good holidays there. I haven't played in a few days, so let's just kind of remind ourselves where we're at here. We got our grass growing, should be ready to harvest again next month, but it's all fully fertilized and ready to go. Check on our silage pit here. So we're at 92% fermenting, so we should be able to open this back up and sell it later today. Let's check on our sawmill here. So we're still pretty much full. I see we finally used up the last of that wood there, so I can go in and finally complete that deadwood contract. So we'll collect that one, get us a little bit of extra money here. What else do we got to check on here? Let's check on our greenhouses. So we got 5,800 water, 6,200 water, 5,800. So yeah, the greenhouses should be good for a little bit. We don't have a ton of productions yet, so we'll just wait on that for now. So we got a little bit of time left until our silage is ready here. So I think we'll probably just do a few contracts until that's ready. So what do we got here? I guess we'll do all of these cultivating ones. So I'll select all those. We have a hoeing one as well. So I'll grab that one. And what else do we got? Mowing contract. We'll probably do this one too. So yeah, I'll accept that one. Okay, so I think I will use the Vultra to do the mowing and the hoeing. And we'll probably just get an AI worker to do that. And I will use the AgroStar to do the cultivating, I think. So we'll grab our mower. Actually, where are these? I was going to take them both at once, but they're kind of on opposite sides of the map. So, I mean, I could kind of come back along and pick up the hoe again after, but I think I might as well just bring them both with me. And then if another one comes up while we're down there, we can accept that too. And this whole field of barley just is just withered. Walter's not on the ball there apparently. Oh, getting a little bit of stutter here. I did get a new GPU, so we get a bit of an upgrade here, but yeah, my graphics settings were changed a little bit. So I did jump into the game for a few minutes here, just because I was hoping. Whoa, that is a pretty intense curve there. Whoa, a little bit of stutter here. I'm hoping that's just the shaders loading. I did get into the game for a few minutes and just kind of sat there, ran around a little bit, just hoping that the shaders would kind of load in, because I know like usually if you change your graphics settings, it takes a minute when you first get back into the game to kind of load the shaders in, and it'd be a little bit stuttery, which it is right now. I was hoping I was in there long enough that the shaders loaded already, but maybe just I haven't been down this far in the map yet, so might still be loading some stuff in. So hopefully that doesn't persist. And we can, yeah, it seems to be a little bit better, probably just into a new area. So yeah, hopefully the shaders kind of load in, and it's kind of a smooth video here, but we might get a little bit of stutter off the very beginning here. So yeah, all those settings should be fine. So we'll just hire this guy, make sure he gets to work here. Yeah, still does that weird little stop and readjustment. I don't know why he can't figure out what line he's supposed to be on off the very beginning, but okay, he should be fine doing that. So we will go grab the cultivator and get to work doing those. So I guess we'll start with this one right here. That's right next to our yard here. Yeah, so I hope everybody had a good break here. Yeah, this is the longest I've been out of the game since I got it shortly after release here. Um, so yeah, we'll get our GPS lines going. Not that we really need it for doing these crops, but just because you can see pretty well where you've been. Still getting a couple little minor stutters, but yeah, I'm hoping that's still just kind of shaders loading and stuff, so hopefully that's all right. If it keeps going, I might have to quit the game and adjust some of the graphic settings, but yeah, it was a good little Christmas break there. I got to spend a few days hanging out with family there, and then just kind of took a day to myself afterwards just to kind of relax and recharge, because it was a pretty busy few days there. But yeah, it's good to be back in the game. Excited to continue our progress here. Yeah, so still thinking I'm going to buy that Homestead piece. That's just kind of down there where that lake is. So yeah, it's not a field or anything, just kind of an empty piece of land that we'll be able to put a house on, and maybe some animal pens and our grain bins and just all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to get that started, kind of build up a proper yard from scratch here. But yeah, so I think that's going to be the main goal in this episode, is to get that homestead purchased. I don't think we'll really have too much money to be able to build too much on it. I would really like to be able to buy a house before the winter here, just because we've been in the game for 2 years now. We started the game in August, so it's been two in-game years, and we're still kind of homeless. Even though we own about 10 acres of land now, we're still kind of just sleeping in our greenhouse because we don't have a real house. So yeah, it'd be really nice to get that homestead going and get ourselves a proper home to sleep in. Not that it really matters. I do have the Sleep Anywhere mod installed, so I can just sleep in the greenhouse easy enough, but just kind of from a bit of a role-playing perspective, it'd be really nice to actually get ourselves a house here to be able to sleep in. So yeah, I think that's going to be the main goal for this episode. We'll see how long everything takes with selling that silage and everything, whether we're going to advance to the next month and try to harvest that grass again. Okay, there's one contract finished. So let's check where our next one is. Let's go down and do 25 there, I guess. I guess we can go this way. Yeah, we'll see how long this silage sale takes. We might jump to the next month and harvest again, get that pit refilled. I am very curious still to see if we can actually fit all of our grass into that pit now, because the next harvest will be the first one with all 4 fields. The last harvest we did only had 3 fields, but in the last episode we bought 1 more field and got that one plowed in and joined. So we've got 4 fields that have been joined into one big grass field now. So yeah, it's going to be our biggest harvest ever, and our silage pit is starting to get a little bit full. So I'm not 100% sure if we're actually going to be able to fit all of our grass into our silage pit now, but I think we will. It's going to be pretty close anyway. So, but yeah, I am kind of very curious to get that going and try it, see if we can actually fit it all in there. But yeah, I guess I will just finish up these few contracts here. Once that mowing contract is done, I'll move that other guy up to that other field to do that hoeing contract, and then we'll see if anything else comes up by then. Might do another deadwood contract here at some point, just to make sure our sawmill stays stocked up. I don't really need it yet, but There's no harm in getting that trailer filled up and parking it there, and then it will just kind of use wood as it needs it. And then I'm also curious to kind of experiment with some of the silage bunker things, and with that kind of silage blade that I bought. I've only really used it the one time so far. Somebody did mention in the comments that they've had, or that they've seen something happen where like using that blade kind of reduces the amount of chaff they have in the silo. So I wasn't really paying attention last time, but I noticed like in that last little bit of compacting, we actually did seem to lose a little bit of chaff. Wasn't much, it was like a couple thousand, but still kind of interesting. I'm not sure, because I did like have to compact it more, so I'm not sure if you lose chaff when you're compacting it, or if there was something going on with that blade there, because I didn't even have the blade like unfolded, so it wasn't really pushing any of the chaff around. So I don't know why it would reduce it like that, but yeah, I did lose a little bit when I was compacting there. So I'm curious, this next time I harvest, I will watch the chaff level as I go and see if I can notice any loss while using that blade there. Or I might try to fill the whole thing up without using the blade at all, and then maybe try and use the blade at the end and see if it makes a difference. Or maybe I'll try to not use the blade at all for this harvest, and the next harvest I will use the blade and see if we get any difference. I did notice something really weird on one of the previous harvests, or at least the previous sale. When I opened the silo, it said I had 190,000 chaff there. But then it was kind of weird, because I filled up the silage trailer, or the forage wagon there, and then when I was looking at the kind of stock level, the silage pit said it had 166,000, but that silage trailer only carries like 16,000. So the numbers didn't really add up with how much was in the trailer versus how much seemed to be taken out of that pit. So I'm not sure what was going on with that. So when I was doing the edit, I kind of kept track of how many loads I did with that forage wagon, and it still worked out to be more than the original level of the pit, because like when I opened it, it said 190, and then when I filled up the trailer, it seemed to lose somehow. But then when I actually ran the numbers when I was doing the edit, it worked out to more. Like I think I ended up with like 193,000 chaff or something like that. I can't remember the exact numbers now, but yeah, I just kind of, like, as I was doing the edit, I kept track of how many loads, like how many full loads of silage I brought into the store, plus like the little bit of the last load that wasn't a full load. And yeah, it added up to more than what the bunker silo actually told me was in there originally. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. There seems to be some weirdness going on with that silage pit, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I might still end up switching to baling at some point, but I do want to do a little bit more experimentation with it first, to see what's going on with that, see if I can notice any patterns, or see if we are like losing silage somewhere with that process. So maybe it'd be better to do baling from that respect, but I am still kind of hesitant to go into baling, because the system seems to be pretty much working pretty smoothly now. Like with the Valtra tractor, gets through that pit mostly without getting stuck if I do it right. So it's pretty smooth. It would be nice to have a bigger forage wagon, so I wouldn't have to make so many trips to be able to sell it, or even when I'm harvesting and filling up the bunker there. But yeah, because investing in like a baler, I don't think it would be any faster if I had to manually collect the bales, but maybe if I had like one of those auto loading wagons or bale stacker things, that could potentially be faster than dealing with the silage pit. But then I think the cheapest one of those is like 50 grand or something. So by the time I buy a baler and a silage wrapper, or like the baler wrapper combo plus the like an auto stacking trailer, you're pretty much looking at like the price of a combine. And like, unless we are actually losing stuff in that silage pit, it wouldn't really gain us any more income to get the baler. So it'd be a pretty big expense to not gain any additional income. So I'm pretty hesitant to move to the baler, at least at this point, like until I know that Like unless it turns out that we're actually losing silage with the bunker, then it might make sense to move to the baler because we would actually be getting a little bit of extra income each time. So yeah, I want to do some experimenting first, and then I'll kind of decide what I want to do with the baler. But yeah, I am hesitant to invest any more money into it if it's not going to get us any more income out of it. When that money could potentially be used to buy a combine or more land or something like that, that would actually increase our income. So yeah, it will. I will do some experimenting, and then we'll kind of decide from there. But unless it turns out that we are losing a bunch with the silage pit, then I'll probably stick with the pit and the forage wagon method for now. But I would potentially consider getting a bigger forage wagon because that would probably save a fair bit of time if I just can make fewer trips. And then it might make sense to get a bigger mower at that point too. Because yeah, a few people have mentioned that I should get a bigger mower with a windrower, but I don't think that really gets me much either. Because like with the last method where I used like an AI worker with the mower to mow everything, and then I used the forage wagon to collect it. Like the mower still finished before I did, so having a faster mower, I don't think will really speed the process up because I'm still limited by how fast I can collect the grass. So yeah, but a bigger forage wagon would help that process go a little bit faster. So I'd probably do that before I get a new mower. But once I do get a better forage wagon, then it would maybe make sense to get a better mower to save time that way. But yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna do another harvest here and see how it turns out. If it turns out that we can't fit all of our grass into the silage bunker here now with that additional field, then it might be worth it to consider switching to baling as well. But depending on how much extra grass we have, if it can't all fit, because I do want to get into some kind of animals here pretty soon too. So if we do have a little bit of extra that we can just use as grass to feed goats or something, then that would be all right too. So yeah, we'll just kind of play it by ear as we go. But I do want to do at least one more harvest with the current forage wagon setup and the silage pit, just to see where we're at here, and then we can kind of make a more educated decision with what we want to do with equipment upgrades. So all right, that's one more contract finished, so we'll go finish this last one. I think it's down here somewhere. Yeah, and then I will see you guys back at the farm in a little bit. Okay, we got a few more contracts done there. I just got to accept this last one. That was a pretty good one. $9,000 cultivating contract. All right. So we got actually a decent amount of money from those contracts there. I do have another cultivating one here. A couple more hoeing ones. Another mowing one came up. But I think I'm just going to leave those for now and work on this silage pit. Because we are fully fermented now, so we can start selling this. I just want to check on the price quickly. So yeah, it's not at the best price right now, but not at the lowest either. And I mean, there's not a huge difference with silage between the highest and lowest prices. So yeah, I think we're just going to sell it. Animal dealer is still our best price, which is always good because that is our closest sell point as well. It's just right down there. So yeah, I guess we will open this up. And I'll open up the other side as well. And I am going to use the Valtra here just because it is the fastest or the highest top speed of any of my tractors. So it should be the fastest way to get it all sold. I'm just going to use the blade here quickly to finish opening it because that works pretty well. And I am going to keep an eye on the level here. See, it kind of moves around a bunch, which is interesting. But I think part of it is like, once it's kind of built up in your blade, it's not counted in the pit. Because if you look at when I start pushing, so yeah, when you start pushing, like, it goes down slightly as it goes into your blade, but then it goes back. And like, isn't that slightly higher than it was when we started? Yeah, it's like every time I push it, it goes down slightly, but then when I stop pushing, it like goes back up slightly. So yeah, definitely kind of some weirdness there. But I think I'm just going to leave the blade for now and only use it if I have to. So we'll go grab the silage wagon because that's hopefully all we need for the most part. And then I'll probably just use the AgroStar with the blade to push and level that out if we have to. While I was doing those contracts, I also went and got everything, or well, this tractor and all those implements I was using, got them all repaired. Kind of washed everything down as well. The silage wagon is still dirty, but got a nice clean tractor, nice fully repaired tractor. It is, it definitely seems to not be linear with the repair costs either, because this repair only cost me $700 on this tractor. Last time it was like $7,000. And obviously it was a lot less damaged, but I don't think it was 10 times less damaged. So yeah, I think, I guess there's like two options with the repair costs. I can either just not repair it at all, because it doesn't really affect things that much, or I could just try to repair things more frequently, and hopefully it'll be a little bit easier on the repair costs. I don't know, I really don't like, it just kind of like bugs me seeing that repair bar at 0. So I just kind of don't like having damaged equipment, so I'll probably just kind of continue to try and repair it more frequently than letting it get as damaged as I did last time. So yeah, I guess we'll turn on this wagon, lower that pickup, and yeah, okay, we're full already. Let's see if we can get out of here without getting stuck. I don't like how it made that big hump at the end there with that blade, but we can always come back and level that later as long as we're not getting stuck. But so we'll probably end up with about the same amount in terms of money as we did last time, because I think we'll have like slightly more silage this time, but the price is also slightly lower, so it's probably going to work out to about the same. But yeah, a bigger forage wagon would definitely be helpful at this stage, just to be able to make fewer trips down here. But the next biggest size forage wagon is like 70 grand. And we can only sell this one for like maybe 14 or 15, I think, if I remember correctly. So would be a pretty big expense still to upgrade. And the bigger one does hold more, but yeah, so we'll see. I think it's not the biggest priority. I am overall pretty happy with the equipment that I've got right now for doing this stuff. So yeah, I think the main focus next is going to be buying that piece of homestead land, and the next big equipment purchase I'm going to make is probably going to be a combine. But yeah, we'll continue to kind of play it by ear. A little jump here. Want to see if I can kind of pick up this clump here without getting stuck. Oh, instantly filled. See if we can pull it through here. Yeah, so the combine won't really be able to use it for ourselves. Maybe use it for some contracts if we were to buy it right away, kind of this month or next month maybe. But yeah, other than that, we won't really be able to use it ourselves till next year. So maybe it would be better to buy a bigger silage wagon instead, and then wait for a couple more grass harvests to buy a combine until we can actually make use of it. And then we can also maybe give it a few more months, and maybe one will come up in the used vehicle sales, and then we can get an even better price on one, which would be nice. So yeah, we'll see. I'll think about it, and I'll finish this off, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. Okay, we got all our silage sold. That went pretty smoothly. Got closer to getting stuck with the AgroStar with the blade than I did with the pulling the wagon there. So yeah, not too bad. That definitely helped a little bit though, going in and flattening out. Kind of starting to get that blade figured out, how that actually works. I find it works a lot better if you kind of angle it down instead of up. When you're pushing that, it kind of helps flatten it out, or kind of smooth it out a lot better. Whereas if you have it angled up, it kind of tries to pick it up and makes it more clumpy. But went pretty smooth. But yeah, I could definitely benefit from a bigger wagon there to make that process a little bit faster. So I just want to check here. how much we made from that this time. So yeah, last time was 74 and a half-ish. This time was 78. So yeah, we made a couple extra thousand there. Not too bad. So now we got 114,000. So got to decide what to do with that. We do have some more contracts we could do to earn a little bit more money. So I might do those still this month, but yeah, I am pretty dead set on buying this land here. Yeah, nice little piece of land. I mean, it's right next to the grain mill there for selling grain. We got some nice big fields right around us here. Yeah, so if we go out into this view, I mean, we got a nice pond here to supply us with some water. I'm just kind of curious, where are, oh yeah, farmhouses. So this is the cheapest farmhouse. So we'd probably go this one for now, just because there's a pretty big jump up into that next one. I would just like to get a basic one to have something to sleep in. We don't necessarily need something crazy big. So yeah, this wouldn't take up very much room. I'd have to spend some time and kind of think about how exactly I want to lay everything out. But yeah, it's a pretty decent sized chunk of land here. So we could definitely throw a house down, throw some grain bins somewhere. And I think we'd still have room for a couple greenhouses and a sawmill. And yeah, maybe get some goats and some cows. And it's a pretty nice little property here. Like we can throw our house on the edge of the lake here and give us a nice lakefront view or something. And for now, I mean, I don't know if we really need it, but there is quite a bit of grass here that we could mow. I don't know how much room we have for it in the silage pit, but that would give us a little bit of extra grass yield if we wanted it for now until we develop it a little bit more. But yeah, I think I'm going to buy it. I've wanted this piece of land for a long time. I think I talked about it in like episode 2 or 3 or something, but yeah, 3.3 acre little homestead for 81 grand. Yeah, I think that should give us quite a bit of room to set up a nice farmyard. I don't know. I think the only other good option is like to buy this actual farmyard that comes with a field, but I feel like this one is like almost cheating because it's so underpriced for what it is, like 145, and it comes with like a yard with like a house and grain bins and a chicken coop and a field and this extra space over here. But I mean, if we look at the other homestead lots, like number 7 here is almost 900 grand. And then the other one down here, 90, is 800 grand. So I don't quite know why this one is so much cheaper. Like this is the one they give you as a starter farm if you start the game with the starter farm. So I don't know. The one thing I was thinking is like maybe they don't want you to just be able to like start with the starter farm and then turn around and sell it for 800 grand. So, I mean, that's the only kind of reason I can think of because they're both like this one's 4.46 acres. This one's 6. So, I mean, this one actually gives you more land. And then this one too. I mean, I guess this one's about the same amount of land for 800,000. So, yeah, this one seems like so underpriced. It almost feels like cheating to buy that one. And I like this one because it's kind of a pretty central location. Yeah, still not too far from our grass fields. But I do really want to eventually buy all these big fields as well. We can also buy all these ones. And then there's a big clump of fields down here. So we're kind of right central to all of those. I don't think I can buy this area. But I mean, we could buy a wood lot down here too if we wanted to. This might be a good spot to buy eventually and clear out all the trees and then make this like an animal yard. Yeah, I think to start with, we could definitely make some room for some animal pens on this lot too. So yeah, I think that's going to be our best option. Somebody else had a not bad suggestion that I didn't mind was to buy this field and then kind of cut it off right here, right in line with our other fields and add this to our grass fields and then use this section up here as a yard, which isn't a bad idea, but it's still a little bit out of our price range. So it'd be a little bit more expensive. But we would get more field out of that too. But Then we'd have like a smaller yard size. Not that we really need a huge yard, but I would like to have that little bit of extra room to kind of build things up the way we want, where we might be a little bit cramped for space over here. And then it is kind of off to one corner of the map, so it would be a pretty far drive if we ever had to go down to any of these fields. Yeah, I think this one is still looking like the best option for me. As far as I can tell, I really like this spot. I've liked it pretty much since I got into the game here. Yeah, as I said, I remember talking about it pretty early on in this series. So, yeah, let's do it. There we go. Got ourselves a homestead. Not much right now, but yeah, I think we'll be able to turn this into a pretty nice little spot here. We do have a couple trees around, although we could cut those down and sell them if we want, but I'll probably just leave them for now. There's not a whole lot of trees on here, and they wouldn't be worth a ton of money anyway, so it is kind of nice having trees around your homestead, so we'll leave these for now for sure. Maybe like this one I might remove just because it's kind of out where I'm thinking like the bins are going to be, so might want to be able to leave this open, or this area open, to be able to drive and stuff. So this one's probably going to go at some point, but this one we'll leave for now, and those ones along the road are nice there, so probably just leave all those, at least for now. So yeah, we still got 33 grand left, and yeah, like I said, we still have probably about 20 grand worth of products we can sell, so we could almost do that and then do a couple more contracts, and then we'd be able to put a house on there too, that little trailers. But I don't know if I want to do that yet, just because I think I want to spend some more time kind of thinking about where exactly I want to put everything, how I want to lay it out before I actually start placing anything in there. So yeah, I think I'm going to wait for that for a little bit, but I do want to get a house on there ideally before winter, so that we actually have a nice place to sleep during the winter. But yeah, I am stoked to finally have that piece of land there. That's going to be nice, I think. So we're a little ways away still from kind of being able to set it up, but we will be able to build that up exactly how we want. Probably start with like the smallest grain bin, and then we can eventually get to some bigger stuff. But yeah, I'm going to have to spend some time kind of thinking about how exactly I want to lay it out. But I think for now, I'll probably just do some more contracts. There's not a whole lot else we can do other than sell some products. Maybe let's check on what our product prices are right now. So we don't actually have any wood beams ready, although they are at a decent price right now. Planks, not bad. Not the highest, but not the lowest, or long planks, I mean. And then, yeah, regular planks are actually not too bad. It's probably a good idea to sell what we have this month if the price is going to keep dropping down, because we don't want to have to wait all the way until July to get that premium price again. So maybe we'll sell everything we get in these next couple months, and then maybe we'll stock up for a while. I keep saying we're going to do that, but then we always need money, so I end up selling them at a not ideal price just to get a little bit of cash in. But and then lettuce, yeah, lettuce is not great. So yeah, I should maybe let lettuce build up for a little while, because if we let it get back over 3 grand, let it go for a couple months, and then sell it in the winter, should make quite a bit more money. So yeah, we do have some more contracts we could do. I could do this mowing one again, and some more hoeing, and we have some more cultivating. So yeah, we could earn a decent amount of money still this month, and we might as well do like these weeding ones while we can, because we're still not quite out of the point where we can totally ignore contracts. Although I think we're starting to get pretty good. Like this next harvest should be a pretty good chunk of change out of here. Because yeah, I was thinking about it after, and I think one of the reasons maybe that I didn't get quite as much money as I thought I was going to get last time is because the harvest before I kind of mowed all the grass around here in this ditch area, everything I could get around the edges, and then I kind of skipped that in the last one. So that was a little bit less grass I got into the silage pit from there, even though we did gain a little bit more from in between the rows from plowing them together. But then I also messed up and didn't fully fertilize those plowed rows. We were only at 50% yield bonus for these strips in here. So yeah, now that everything that we got an extra field and everything is fully fertilized and yield bonused, and then so we'll do this field, see where that gets us with our pit. If we have any extra room, I will probably try and come and go mow up this ditch as well, get that in there. And if we still have any extra room, I might try to mow some of our field down here and get that in there. But yeah, if we're running out of room, it might be worth it to either start baling, or we could potentially get a second silage pit. I could move the sawmill down to our land now and then put another silage pit right beside it. So yeah, lots to think about to plan out what our next moves here are going to be and how we're going to lay everything out. But yeah, I think while I think about it, I'll just go and do a few more contracts, earn a little bit more cash here, and then we'll probably sell our planks before we get out of this month. So yeah, got a few contracts to grind out. That's probably going to be good for this month unless we get some more good ones coming up. And then I'll go sell some planks, and then we can probably move on to September here and be able to do another grass harvest. We'll still have one more harvest after that. Because yeah, we do September and then November. So yeah, we should still have like another close to $200,000 coming in just from our silage before winter. I guess November's kind of getting into winter, but before the year is out. So yeah, we should actually have plenty of money if we want to buy a house and a new forage wagon. So yeah, definitely got some things to think about while I do these contracts here. So okay, I got a few more contracts done. Getting a decent amount of cash back again. I got one load of planks, or one pallet of planks loaded up here. We have great demand at the piano manufacturer place right now. So yeah, the planks are worth a ton right now, almost $5 grand per pallet. So I want to sell these, but we're getting close to having another one out. We're at 826. So I think I'm going to speed up time here a little bit. And hopefully we can get another one out before that demand disappears. So I'm going to keep an eye on that price. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So our plank should be out pretty soon here. Oh, the price is dropping slightly, but it should be pretty quick to get another pallet of planks out here. So we'll wait for that. We're going to have to do this last sale in the dark, but that's all right. Yeah, we're losing a couple bucks, but I think it's still going to be worth it to wait for this last load. or this last pallet here. It should be out any minute now. So as soon as it pops out, we'll slow down time here and then go sell these two. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, I got some weird. Oh, the shadows look terrible. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to play with some graphic settings on the shadows, I think, because yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Does not look good. Looked better before, but this won't be a huge sale, but it'll be pretty decent. Considering it's just planks. I should get like 10 grand out of this, so we'll strap them down. And I'll just whip down to the piano place and get these sold. Yeah, I think we're going to just hold on to everything else for now. Probably won't do any more contracts just because it is already dark. We weren't getting a ton more coming up anyway. I think we got most of the ones done we could do for this month. I would kind of like to get that bigger silage wagon, the more I think about it, before the next harvest here, because yeah, with the biggest harvest we're going to have yet by quite a bit, so yeah, 9,800 bucks there, so we're not that far away now. I think we're only about 14 grand away from being able to buy that new, or that bigger forage wagon. I don't know how much it's going to help. Like, it will make things somewhat faster. I don't know if it's going to be a massive difference, but because yeah, I just want to double check here what that thing is worth. Oh, it's 77. Huh. For some reason I was thinking it was like 70. So we're a little further away than I thought. So it gives us about an extra 10,000 liters per trip, which, I mean, is pretty good. That's like an extra 66%-ish. Or do we save up a little more and get this one? Because, yeah, this one would give us more than double. That would cut our trips in half. It might be a little bit harder to pull it. Might be more likely to get stuck in the pit or something with this one because it's going to be heavier. But yeah, because I was going to say, like, when I was thinking it was 70, we could almost just sell our current forage wagon. Okay, so 14. So we should get a little bit more than that if we go repaint it and bring it down to the store. So I think we'll still be a little bit short. That'll get us right to about 70 or just above. So we'd still need to do some contracts or something. Oh, we got this giant cultivating one. If we did that, that would almost get us there. It's only 2 hours left till it expires. Well, I wasn't planning on doing any more contracts today, but I should probably do this one. I don't really like to do contracts in the dark if I can help it, just because they can make things tough to see on video, but I think in this case, it might be for the best. What's going on with this little hole here. I think that's a pile of grass that I missed picking up at some point, but it seems to be creating some kind of vortex, interdimensional portal maybe. Yeah, there's something going on with the ground here, the textures in this game. It's kind of weird. I know that at some point I got like another weird hole in the bottom of this pit when I was cleaning it out too, but it seems to have fixed itself again, so yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really seem to be affecting much, just looks strange, so but yeah, we got that contract done, so go collect that. Almost 8 grand, not too shabby at all. So we're about up to 6,500, so yeah, we could afford that bigger silage wagon if we sell our current one. But I think I'm going to hold off for now I'm still kind of undecided whether to buy the next size up or to save up more and buy like the one that's double the size of the one we have right now. Because that would, yeah. I mean, this one gets us an extra 10,000 liters, but then this one gets us an extra 9,000 liters on top of that. So, but I mean, this one is quite a bit heavier. Just like the trailer itself is like an extra 3 tons almost, and then that much extra silage in there. It is going to be a little bit harder to pull in the pit. I mean, it says 150 horsepower requirement, but it doesn't take much to just like run the pickup. It's more just trying to pull it over all those lumps and everything. But yeah, either way, I'm going to wait just because I think I'm going to do one more harvest with our small one that we have right now. Just because I do still want to kind of see like how it goes in terms of using that blade and stuff to see if we like lose any chaff as we're filling it up. And I also want to see if we can actually fit all of this grass in here because that's going to kind of help make the decision whether we should move to a bigger wagon or if we should just give up on the pit and switch to baling entirely. Because I mean, if we're spending $100,000 on a new forage wagon, at that point, do we want to just get a baler and wrapper instead? I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna think about that a little bit more, but I am going to just wait, and I think we're gonna try to fill this pit up one more time with our small one, just see how it goes, see if we can actually fit all of our silage in here, and that should help us kind of make the decision. I think we're just gonna advance it to the next month here. All right, so our grass is ready to harvest. We'll probably, well, we could probably get away with another month without topping up our sawmill. But I might try to do that this month as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this episode here though. I think we've done quite a bit today. So we'll get this grass harvested in the next episode. Yeah, definitely still just going to use that small wagon at least one more time for this harvest. But let me know what you guys think I should do with the... Should I go like one size up or save up more and get 2 sizes up, or yeah, I don't know. I know some of you want me to switch to the baler anyway, but if I can get away with doing it this way, I think I'd rather stick with the pit for now. But I don't know, if we're spending that much on a forage wagon anyway, maybe it would be worth it to save up a little bit more and get the baler. But although, yeah, let's look at what those auto pickup things actually are worth. So yeah, like I don't really want to manually load bales. I think that would be slower than our current system, honestly. So unless we got like one of these things, it's like 50 grand for the smallest one, although it does hold 24 bales. So I mean, we could get like something like this that wraps and bales at once, but I mean, that's 112, and then you add a like that $50,000. Oh, and this one only does 125 centimeter bales. Huh. Is that the only one that... Yeah, that is the only one that automatically wraps them, eh? So yeah, those are only 125s, and then you have to put another 50 grand on top of that for like the auto stacking wagon or that bale trailer thing. Or I mean, we could get like one of these ones, and then how much is a wrapper? I mean, if we wanted to go to the biggest size, it'd be like 35. Plus 70, so it'd be like 105. So we'd still be looking at like 150 grand that way if we got the auto stacking trailer. Be looking at like over 160 if we got this one. Yeah, I don't know. Buying a new, like even if we go to the bigger size, the $100,000 forage wagon, that's still going to be significantly cheaper than buying a baler, wrapper, and auto stacking trailer. So yeah, I would probably still lean towards just a bigger forage wagon. So yeah, I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. Although I might have made a decision and done something before this episode comes out, so you might not have any say in it anyway, but I'm curious to hear what you guys would do anyway in this situation. But and yeah, it's it's so hard to tell. It's one of the things about the no renting rule is that you can't even rent just to kind of test how things would be, because I mean, obviously the bigger one would allow me to do fewer trips, but if it becomes a hassle in the pit where I'm getting stuck with it all the time, then it might end up being slower overall anyway. So yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. And hope you had good holidays and everything. So we should be back onto a pretty regular schedule of videos again now. So yeah, thanks a ton for watching, and I will see you in the next one.